I don't think they win this series without his combination of defense.
The Thompsons, the seventh father-son combination to play in the NBA Finals.
The younger Sabonis has all those skills from Papa.
The New Orleans Hornets select Austin Rivers from Duke University.
He'll go down as the best shooter in league history.
The NBA is the best basketball league in the world. But what you might not know is that there have been a lot of families to have multiple generations play in the NBA. So let's rank them. Here are the 10 best father-son duos in NBA history. Larry Nance and Larry Nance Jr. Larry Nance Jr. might be best remembered for his stints coming off the bench for the Lakers and Cavs. But did you know that his father, Larry Nance, played in the league before him? In fact, the senior Nance was a brilliant player. Not only did Larry Nance become a 3-time All-Star, but he made history when he won the NBA's first ever dunk contest. The older Nance played in the NBA for 13 years and must have been incredibly proud watching his son play for the Cavs, the same team who has his jersey retired. Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins. Former first overall pick Andrew Wiggins is not the first of the Wiggins family to play professional basketball. His father, Mitchell, was originally drafted by the Chicago Bulls before being traded away to make space in the shooting guard spot for Michael Jordan. He ended up playing in the league for 6 seasons, with his career being interrupted by drug problems that ended with a 2.5-year suspension. A proficient scorer, Mitchell struggled on defense. The younger Wiggins has had a slightly more successful career. Andrew Wiggins is a former All-Star and became an NBA champion in 2022 with the Golden State Warriors. While the former Kansas forward might not have lived up to expectations as the #1 overall pick, he has still carved out a very good career. Melvin and Devin Booker. Devin Booker has overcome a lot in his NBA career, which is partly down to the great mentoring he had from his father, Melvin, who also played in the league. The two Bookers took very different paths to the league. Melvin went undrafted in 1994, while Devin was picked 13th overall in 2015. After a couple of years in the league, Melvin began touring around the world to play his basketball, often spending months away from a young Devin. In the summers, Melvin would bring Devin to training to help his development. That early exposure to professional basketball certainly helped Devin. The younger Booker became a star at Kentucky before heading to the league himself. Now, Booker is a 4-time NBA All-Star and was voted to the All-NBA First Team in 2022. He's one of the best scorers in the league and had a great role model to follow. Doc and Austin Rivers. While there have been plenty of father-son duos to both play in the NBA, only one has ever been coached by the other. Before he was a championship-winning coach, Doc Rivers was an NBA All-Star. After retiring, Rivers began a very successful coaching career. It was in 2015 when Doc was the head coach of the LA Clippers that he made a record-breaking trade to bring in his son, Austin. Austin Rivers was a Duke standout who was taken 10th overall in 2012. When the trade happened, it became the first time that a son has played for his father in the NBA. Austin stayed in LA with his father for 3 years before bouncing around the league with 5 different teams. A pretty special father-son duo who managed to be part of the same team. The Hardaways. If you grew up in the 1990s, there is a very good chance that Tim Hardaway was your favorite player to watch. The diminutive point guard had a difficult route to the league, but formed an iconic Run TMC duo with Mitch Richmond and Chris Mullin in Golden State. Hardaway was known for his lethal crossover dribble, which was almost unstoppable. A gold medalist, Hardaway has his number 10 jersey retired by the Miami Heat. His son, Tim Hardaway Jr., has had a very successful career in the league. Hardaway Jr. was drafted by the New York Knicks in 2013, but played just 2 seasons in New York before a stint in Atlanta. After returning to the Knicks, Hardaway was traded to the Dallas Mavericks. He has often been a starter for the Mavericks, able to knock down shots well and complement Luka Doncic well. A pair of incredibly exciting players to watch. The Hardaways have got to be one of the most fun father-son duos in the NBA. Joe and Kobe Bryant. I don't think I need to go through the incredible career of Kobe Bryant in too much detail. The 5-time champion is one of the best basketball players in history. a 2-time Finals MVP, and 18-time All-Star. Kobe's legacy goes well beyond any of his accomplishments. What fans often forget is that Kobe was not the first of the Bryant family to play in the NBA. His father, Joe Bryant, was the 14th overall pick in the 1975 NBA draft, playing his first 4 years with the Philadelphia 76ers. He would play alongside Julius Erving during this time in Philadelphia. Joe played in the NBA for 8 years before playing in France and Italy for almost a decade. He would become a coach after finishing his career and was a huge influence on his son's basketball career. Arvydas and Sabonis. There have been plenty of talented big men to play in the league who come from Europe. Arvydas Sabonis might be one of the most underrated in league history, and he must be thrilled watching his son in the NBA. Arvydas was selected in the first round of the 1986 NBA draft, but chose to stay in Europe until 1995, when he joined the Trailblazers. Best known for his battles with Shaq in the 2000 Western Conference Finals, Arvydas was impressive in the league, despite being 30 when he made his debut. An Olympic gold medalist and European basketball legend, his son Domantas has been exceptional in the NBA the last few seasons. The Gonzaga big man played a single season for the OKC Thunder before being traded. Now with the Kings, Sabonis led the league in rebounds in 2023. A constant double-double threat, Sabonis is a key part of an exciting young Kings core that could challenge in the West very soon. Gary Payton and Gary Payton II. Another superstar of the 1990s headlines, this superstar father-son duo. Gary Payton is one of the most well-rounded point guards in NBA history. The glove terrorized opponents, with the Seattle Supersonics in the 1990s especially. Payton would rack up 9 All-Star appearances with Seattle. What is most impressive about Payton's career is his defensive record. A 9-time All-Defensive First-Teamer, Payton was voted NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 1996. He was often stopped by other Hall of Famers, and it wasn't until 2006 that Payton finally won his first ring. His son, Gary Payton II, didn't have to wait quite as long for a ring. After going undrafted in 2016, he bounced around the league before a brilliant season in the G League promoted him to the rotation of the Golden State Warriors in 2022. He produced lockdown defense coming off the bench and helped the Warriors win the title in 2022. 2 brilliant NBA professionals who get to say they are one of the few NBA father-son duos to both have a ring. Michael and Klay Thompson. The 2022 Warriors featured a couple more sons whose fathers also played in the NBA. Klay Thompson has been a huge part of the Warriors dynasty and has cemented himself as one of the best shooters in NBA history. Klay is undoubtedly going to retire as a Hall of Famer, but what you might not know is that his father was also an NBA champion. Michael Thompson was the first overall pick in the 1978 draft and went to the Portland Trailblazers. While he found limited success, Thompson will become a 2-time NBA champion as part of the Showtime Lakers. A very good NBA professional, Michael helped set his son up for success and must have enjoyed watching Klay become one of the best shooters of all time. Dell, Steph, and Seth Curry. When you rank the best father-son duos in NBA history, there's usually a trio which comes in at first place. Dell Curry had a good NBA career, winning 6th Man of the Year in 1994 and playing in the league for 16 years. But what is more impressive is that he has 2 sons who have played in the NBA for more than a decade. Steph Curry has revolutionized the way basketball is played. The 4-time champion is a 2-time MVP and undoubtedly the best shooter of all time. Steph's younger brother, Seth Curry, has bounced around the league as an impressive 3-point shooter coming off the bench. Dell Curry was an excellent shooter himself, and the talent has continued onto both of his kids. The Curry family are filled with deadly 3-point shooters, and they have to be the best father-son duo in NBA history. But what do you think is the best father-son duo in NBA history? Why not put your thoughts in the comments down below? While you're down there, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.